Good morning, my brothers and sisters. It is Wednesday, July 30th, 2014. And we didn't have a facts of the matter today because I didn't care for it. I couldn't have done it without correcting what was written many times. So I figured, no, I'm not going to do it. And Monday in church, our brother Don brought up a good question. How many people know what the whole armor of God is? I mean, we know about the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and it's a shame because our pastor, Jeff Earls, did go over the majority of the whole armor of God. And the only thing I could remember when Don brought the question up was the helmet of salvation. Imagine that, right? Just the salvation part. And he had gone through them quickly in the room and said what they were, and I was able to write down, a portion of them, but not the total meanings and everything. And he said, well, would you like us to write it down again, or would you like me to write it down again? I said, no. I was one of the few that responded and said no, because I'd like to, look it up on my own so that I could have a better understanding of it. And yesterday I was, it kept popping into my head all day yesterday as I was doing my husband's study for Friday. And so this morning, as my video was being saved, I was like, now would be the perfect time. And seeing that there ain't no facts of the matter today, I could do one on the whole armor of God. So I'm not going to go into immense detail, but I will go into a little. So you can find the whole armor of God in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 13 through 18. And just to give, what I pulled out was from the King James Version, but when I do read it, I'm going to read it from the Amplified, just so that you get a better understanding. Okay, so the whole armor of God starts with the loins girt about with truth. And then you have the breastplate of righteousness. And then it's the feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. The shield of faith, which as I was doing my husband's study, which he'll be doing Friday in church, I found the shield of faith yesterday. So after Monday, I had knew that it was also the shield of faith because that's part of his lesson that he's going to be teaching. The helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Now I want to read it in the Amplified, and we're going to start with verse 13, and we're going to read to verse 18. Therefore, put on God's complete armor, that you may be able to resist and stand your ground on the evil day of danger, and having done all the crisis demands, to stand firmly in your place. Verse 14. Stand therefore, hold your ground, having tightened the belt of truth around your loins, and having put on the breastplate of integrity and of moral rectitude and right standing with God. Verse 15. And having shod your feet in preparation, to face the enemy with firm-footed stability, the promptness and the readiness produced by the good news of the gospel of peace. Verse 16, lift up over all the covering shield of saving faith, upon which you can quench all the flaming missiles of the wicked one. Verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword that the Spirit wields, which is the word of God. And verse 18, pray at all times, on every occasion, and every season, in the Spirit, with all manner of prayer and entreaty. To that, and keep alert, and watch with strong purpose and perseverance, interceding in behalf of all the saints, God's consecrated people. I thought it was pretty interesting. It's truth, righteousness, preparation, faith, salvation, and the Word of God. That's the whole armor of God. It's truth, righteousness, preparation of the gospel of peace, faith, salvation, and the Word of God, the Spirit, with constant praying for all saints. How many of us gird our loins with truth, walk around and speak nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and not give those little white lies? A lie is a lie, whether it's a little white lie or the humongous lie. A lie is a lie. The breastplate of righteousness. Do you walk around in your own righteousness or His? Are your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace? Are you ready? Are you prepared? Faith. Do you walk about with that shield of faith, where the enemy, the ungodly, the heathens can't get to you, can't make you waver in your faith? Salvation. And this Word of God, the Spirit. Are you praying always for the supplication of your brothers and sisters? Do you even know what your brothers and sisters need? And that is today's facts of the matter. And it's on the whole armor of God. And again, that was from Ephesians chapter 6, verses 13 through 18. Peace be in you, my brothers and sisters. May the Lord have mercy on us all. I love you guys so very much. God bless.